black people. Now we all know the stereotypes about black people. They're thieves, they're thugs, they're killers. You know, all these stereotypes. Well, today's video we're gonna be proving that stereotypes wrong. Because today we got a video match prison time to person. And we got a black person right there. We got a bunch of white people too, Asian, all races. So we're gonna see who's gonna be on top. But we know that it ain't black. Because all of those are stereotypes.
So what did you do?
I got charged with possession of MDMA with intent to distribute.
So you were like partying and then just selling it on the side?
I don't know, I was a full-time drug dealer.
Dang!
Say all that. Damn, you're good now though, right? Because this is on camera.
Guys, people, guess how long Stranger went to prison?
What's your name?
I'm Eddie Purvis.
My name is Raymond.
Have you ever done any prison time?
I have been to prison. One sentence a year and a day.
At 16 years old, I actually left school to go commit a robbery and end.
Damn, the video's off. We got a 16 years old already, man. Now, we're trying to change something. We're trying to prove something.
Ended up serving 12 and a half years for that crime.
My dad was.
Oh, wait, he did how much?
And ended up serving 12 and a half years for that crime.
12 and a half years? No.
My dad was in prison all of my teenage years and got out when I was an adult.
What did he go in for?
Non-violent drug charges.
What did he go to prison for?
Some family bullshit. Somebody was messing with my sister and, you know.
Alright, that's what's up.
Business.
Oh, right,
got locked up.
If you knew me in middle school, you might have hear me say that like my dad was dead because that's what I told people.
Crazy.
Because I was ashamed.
I got out when I was 31, and I had a desire while I was in there to start my own organization to focus on young people and try to prevent individuals from taking the same path that I took by just, you know, having a mentor there, having somebody who cares, and provide them with various services.
Today, you
Respect.
can guess how long people have been in prison.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. You nervous at all?
No, not even a little bit.
Looking at that list.
Oh, okay, so that guy's, he's a shooter. He's a user.
2523. Whew. That's some
Okay,
time,
see,
bro.
23.
Even just the like
Please don't be a
comparatively
black
lower
person.
7
Please don't be
years
a black
that my
person.
dad was in caused such a physical toll on every aspect of him.
Have everybody come on out.
That's good.
Nice to meet you.
What's up, man? I'm Eddie, man.
Myron, come on forward.
What's up, Myra?
Nice to meet you.
How many prisons have you been to?
4.
What types of programming or positive things did you do to help yourself become better?
I did every single class that they offered in the facility, and I did every
Bro,
single
looked like he did not go out of prison.
workout class. Actually, I taught every single workout
looked like he just
class
woke up.
after that.
Oh, Myron did some time there. Yeah.
What do you do for a living right now?
I work for myself. I have a few companies. One that make the most money, enjoy the most. I'm an artist.
Were you able to do
Okay.
art while you were incarcerated?
I was. Actually, I started painting in prison. Really, that's where my art career started. Because if you were locked up for 20, 30 your life or whatever, and you ain't seen your kids.
And you can.
Hey, he hinted up. He said, oh, if you got locked up for 20, he hinted it up. That guy might be on top.
Right, not put you in there with your kids or with your mama that passed away or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
People drawing stuff for you in there is tight. You want that.
When you re-enter society, what was one of your biggest challenges and why?
being around people.
How long did it take you to adjust?
I feel like I'm still adjusting. People act like out on the street like they're all civilized and there's people in prison all, you know, monsters and shit. People out got no respect for boundaries. It just, I mean, you know, it's crazy.
Bro,
is it hard to come up with a number?
Yeah, it's hard to come up with a number. I think it's more than 7 months.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure.
That's me, right?
I'd say 13 years.
I'm gonna say 13.
And why 13?
I don't know, I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing.
Thank you, Myron. 5 years.
Absolutely.
All right, yeah, you get, yep, next. I don't think you did 23, man. I don't think you're old enough. How old are you?
Damn.
26, so he didn't, unless you got booked
Yeah.
when he was 3 or something, but.
Are you comfortable telling me what you did to get in? You can say no.
I sold drugs to a cop.
Oh, okay.
To a cop!
Yeah, it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. It wasn't. I am not proud of it.
Are you just going up to people in the club like, hey, you want to buy some coke?
I had the drug and gang task force of my county storm my house and search the whole place. No, luckily, I was able to get
That's
out
gotta be like
and,
midway,
get
right?
a lawyer and get it fought. And
I mean, we need to
actually
hear the
have a
other.
fair case.
Fair case, but you still sold the drugs
I
to the
still
po-po. So
got narked on.
What was the first thing you ate when you got out?
Red Robin, pineapple teriyaki bonsai burger.
How the
How
fuck
did
you
your
remember
body
that?
handle that?
I mean, if
They
you
would love it.
that's also an indicator. If you were in prison for a long time, you forget what food you want to get. But the moment you get the food, you're gonna feel good. Cause yo, like that food, you're gonna remember what kind of food. He might be up there.
I'm just
Might be
thinking
into the
about
years.
like how much food messed up my dad when he got out. Well, every time he tried to eat anything that wasn't like plain chicken breast, it messed him up and it hurt his stomach. And he
It's like super processed and really low quality, so you get that real meat and fat in you. It's over.
yeah.
I ain't getting no real
What
meat.
look like for you?
It wasn't as hard for me as it was for others. Because I kept in contact with a couple of people. I was able to get back to a steady work right away and have a pretty good support system.
The fact that he
Okay.
stayed in contact with multiple people.
Just passing through.
I think I can tell. Yeah.
Just passing through.
Yeah. My man did 7 months.
I'm gonna give him
Okay.
the 2 years.
You're young, the
2
way
years
you
sounds
responded to
understandable.
food, I would go 2.
All right. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That looks like a prison. Is that a prison tattoo?
That's actually not.
It's not. What? Do you have any prison tattoo?
I do.
Are you comfortable telling me what you did to go in?
Robbery, Resberg, possession, theft.
Ray, can you try and speak up?
Yo,
Robbery, Resberg, theft, assault, possession,
assault.
Slay.
trafficking.
Oh, wow.
Did you have a drug problem back then or something?
I did.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
You doing good now though?
I'm doing good now.
Yeah. Did your family hold you down?
I didn't really have them to hold me down, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
My mom would send me $10 here and there, you know?
Were you in a relationship?
Yeah, I was like,
But they didn't. Probably were gone for a while. If they didn't want to wait, maybe.
I was a dirtbag. Man.
Okay. He's a dirtbag, but still, like 7 months, you might hold a dirtbag down. Well, I don't know, man.
Damn.
How many prisons have you been to?
I think 7.
What is
7?
the indication of?
If you've been to multiple prisons, for me, 9 times out of 10, you've done multiple years. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 5.
It was a violent crime. The girl left you because you was a dirtbag or whoever it was. So I'm gonna say 13.
I'm thinking 10 years seems reasonable given the information I've been given.
All right.
He could be the 23. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, they trafficking. What he did? What they say? Like, I don't know what, theft, burglary, assault. Like, bro was a menace. Ain't no way he got like 10 years. He must have been like on top of the list. You see that black dude right there on the right? He's not gonna be on top of the list. I'm calling it right now.
Now, I think this might be the big numbers, or else I got the big numbers wrong already, so we gonna see.
It's okay to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong.
What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. We obviously know each other.
Damn.
I forgot to say.
Let's say that part. Like we were in the cell together.
We was literally in the cell together.
This is what he
Damn.
was an R&B artist. You
Yeah.
still think you're an R&B artist?
I still be singing. Come on, man.
What did you do to go inside?
Hit it
if you're
with a rush
comfortable
hour.
telling me?
Could I just say it involved a gun?
Yes.
Okay, was it a violent crime?
Violent and drug related.
And violent and drug related.
When I went into
I say
prison,
that's-
I was a
that's
gang
like a
member.
10.
I was violent. I was young, and I made impulsive and poor decisions. Today, I'm an adult. I'm a father first and foremost.
Come on, yeah.
As of Monday, that's
Hey, congratulations.
What is something you do for fun?
snowboard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I love snowboarding.
Yeah.
What was the food like?
The food was awful.
What did you eat when you first got out?
When I first got out, my brother tried to take me to a chain restaurant, but I disagreed I wanted to eat some home cooked food, so he cooked me some good Laos food at home.
How was it, like,
was-
on your body?
It was terrible on my body, but amazing on my lips.
Okay. Sorry,
Hey,
not
hey,
that
hey,
it was
hey.
ill on your body, but I'm just glad that what I read wasn't incorrect.
What was one of the biggest lessons
This
that
woman
you
is very
learned?
awkward between those people.
Coming to terms
You don't know
with
what you say.
racism in America. I went inside of prison. I just thought that it was my family's failing, my community's failing, and my individual failing. Prison taught me to look beyond that.
Totally.
Gave me an understanding that it's just not about my individual choices. It's about systems that are in place.
So I think I got a number. I'm going because your age.
Oh man, he age discriminated.
Your family. I'm almost there too. I'm almost 40, so I get it. It's all good. But you know, I think maybe when you were in your 20s, you got in some trouble. So I think it's 23 years.
We can get silly. I'll go 23.
I know that this guy, you know, has really turned his life around in a huge positive way. That being said, he did 23 years.
Wait, how he know? So he knows?
I love you. Love you too, bro.
I'll talk to you afterwards.
Absolutely.
All right.
Howdy.
Do you get in a lot of trouble?
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
And not anymore.
Not anymore.
What crimes did you commit to send you to prison?
Sold some
Looks
drugs.
alright.
What's the first prison I sent you to?
Well, I went to county jail and then I did some time at federal.
Feds. Big old drugs. I sent you to Feds, yeah.
Do you think that you were given a good deal?
Yes and no. So based on the amount of drugs I got caught with, I did way too much time. But based on what they could have charged me with, I did all right.
Was the judge kind to you?
I guess. The prosecutors were not kind to me.
The prosecutors are not kind. They're never kind. But the judge, depending on your race and stuff, can want to be lenient, or they can be like, you're a piece of shit and talk to you very badly.
Based on your race?
You've been given the proper amount of opportunities now that you're out to be more than prison?
Yes and no. I mean, I did find it kind of hard to find a job for a little bit. Even a lot of ones that I was very qualified for. The only reason I actually got the job I have is because they didn't fully do a background check.
Did you remain in contact with multiple family or friends while you were incarcerated?
Not as many as I thought. Mainly just my parents.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking?
Well, usually the more time you do, the more people fall off. And so I would have put 5 for Matt.
I think you did 7 months.
All right.
What was your first question to him? Do you get in a lot of trouble?
It's just, he doesn't look like he gets in a lot of trouble, man. I mean, the howdy? Come on, man. No offense, I'm not like...
What do I have left?
You have 10.
Okay.
Dang.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Marv.
What is
Listen,
something
bro,
you like
don't
to do for
disappoint.
fun?
Snowboard.
There's only one more, but I did do some time with Marv. I thought it was 8, but how old was you when you went in?
21.
What kind of crime did you commit?
Violent.
Violent crime. Did you have like weapon enhancements, anything like that?
Yes.
What is a weapon enhancement?
It just means that you commit a
Silencer.
crime, you have a weapon, it's like an enhancement. There's gang enhancements, weapon enhancements. I don't know if it doubles the time
They add
or
on an extra 5 years.
5 years, yes.
Yeah, I got friends in there right now that have got sentenced to robbery for like 12 years, but got over like 60 years of gun enhancement.
Yeah. It's not fair.
It's my last number, so I'll give you 5.
I'm gonna say 10.
It was a violent crime. He got a weapon enhancement. So, yeah, I think that would double his time. So 10 years.
It's up in the air with Ray and Matt.
I forgot what my rating is.
Split.
Okay. You want to flip them?
Hey, you guys know the answers too. Okay, let me go Ray with 5 and Matt with 2.
All right. So show of hands. Who did Raymond guess correctly?
Okay.
That you did too, 23?
This one.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm no expert.
Take a look. Take a look.
Go. I guess I'm all right? Come
Yeah.
on. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing, but.
All right. Well, let's talk about it. Myron, please step back up.
Do you think
He
the
did
number
30
you got was
years.
fair for what you did?
Absolutely not. But I would never take my prison experience back. You know, just all those qualities that I gained and the person that I am today, I wouldn't be that person.
Bro,
if it
became a
wasn't for that.
peaceful person now.
The biggest lesson you learned?
It's imperative to surround yourself with people that will hold you accountable and people that you can sharpen yourself with. You know, I got my degree. I did my art. I worked out every day, like 4 hours a day. You know what I mean? Like, I learned how powerful of a person I am as a person, but I also learned how powerful we are as a people, period.
Yo, this dude pulled up. Yo, he pulled up our president, a wise man. He pulled up, yo, as a community, we need to stand together. And we're gonna go through it till we just push. As one brother and another brother.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
I guessed 2 years for you. How wrong was I?
You were high.
Okay.
7 months. Okay, I think that I guess that right?
You did 7 months in the joint, got out.
Changed person. Changed person.
What does change look like?
Clean and mentally strong.
Oh, no, I think I did.
What are you
got
doing
this dude
now?
wrong.
I
got everybody wrong.
work 2 different jobs. One job in construction, and I work at a really nice restaurant.
I said 2 years, 7 months. And you think that's because what? It's like your first time. You are white.
It was my first offense. Yeah.
He says you are white. He knows.
I also was proactive before and did like treatment.
So you followed all the steps they told you.
Yeah, basically.
Have you been in trouble after that?
Nope. Scotch free.
Stay free, and that's what's up, man.
I did not guess you correctly, right?
Honestly, I'm surprised that you guys all guessed high because I always get like, you've been to prison? Like,
What is it about you that's
Bro, what you mean? I'm surprised you gets high. You said I got assault, killing, stealing, robbery, thug. Bro, you named me like a fucking list like it's on a grocery store. The fuck you mean why we get you high?
surprises people?
I basically spent my entire time out in college, and then I became an engineer. My mom definitely held it down like right in the beginning, you know? I went in with a real bad attitude and just got really involved in politics and like made my time worse.
What does that mean, you got really involved in politics?
Prison politics. Yeah, prison politics.
Yeah, I see that dude back there. He's looking out for the boy. The dude over here, like, in cut, he was like, what do you mean by that? Y'all listening? With the po-po. What do you mean by that? Involved in politics. Have you heard of the recent incident of Donald Trump?
Prison politics, social structures.
I went in and I got out and I went right back and I was like, I'm probably gonna be in here for a minute, you know, that's what I'm doing. So I just like, was like, how do I get in one of these gangs? Like, what are you trying to do, you know?
Who were you before you went in and who are you today?
When I went in, I was a taker, and now I consider myself someone that like puts back.
How do you put back?
I also work with a bunch of nonprofits in the reform space, and then I participate in 12-step program because I had a drug problem, you know, and like so I do a lot of service with that.
Good, man. Congratulations to you.
Hello. Did I get
What he got?
Yes, you did.
23
It happened when you were young?
Yeah.
I mean, the black person knew.
15?
Yeah. I guess
Straight to the
I was on the main line at 16 years old.
What the fuck? They didn't even give you juvenile life or nothing. You didn't. Damn.
What were some other positive programs that you connected yourself to while you was in prison?
In regards to the programs that were available, but mostly was the higher education programs, right? Like a lot of the men behind me got our degrees or pursued higher education. That's what they always had in place there. But I think.
Hear me out. How about you commit a crime that gets you in jail for 4 years? But hear me out. And then you get free education, just like he said. I just saved y'all all the debt that you're gonna have to do. I mean, study debt, student debt, it's gone. You just make a crime for 4 years, you go to jail, and then you say, oh man, I'm trying to train for this or I'm learning that. They give you a higher education, you get a dub.
If these young people would have had those resources to get a higher education out here, then they wouldn't have to get educated while incarcerated.
What are you doing now?
I get my income from doing work through Rooted Community. We support folks coming home from incarceration with housing, employment. I was formerly the president of API-CAG. I was hoping you asked about this more than anything.
I read apricot and didn't read it a second time. I misread it.
API-CAG is Asian Pacific Islander Cultural Awareness Group. They're led by incarcerated men inside. We're an advocacy group. I've been released now for 6 years, and I'm continuing to support the work and do the work on their behalf. When they first bring us into prison, they classify you. They ask you what's your race and ethnicity. You know, a lot of people had to mark API. Fast forward in a racist prison system, everybody that marks themselves as API, DOC consider them a gang.
Yep.
No matter what. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, out of the way he said, all I heard was DLC. The fuck, you got DLCs in prison?
You're a gang. Well, you told me to mark API. That was the only category you gave me. We, as people that wanted to do positive stuff in the community, wanted to change, the way people looked at us and perceived us, and less of the impact when we go home, and try to fix the harms we caused, right? I think the one thing we didn't name in this, and he didn't name, is that a lot of the men that's obviously white in here had the lesser of the time, and the impacts was probably different on them than the impacts on us.
So then that raises my question. What is the solution then?
Think about restorative practices, so under-resourced communities. Give people.
The black person is good.
That's good.
The black person didn't hit 13 years. He didn't hit 23. That dude just 5 years. That just 7 months.
Appreciate you, man.
Yep. 2 years, right?
That's
I said
right.
7 months. See,
Wish I did 7
I
months.
misjudged. So what did you do?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Or what did I get charged with?
Yeah.
I got charged with possession of MDMA with intent to distribute.
So you were like partying and then just selling it on the side, kicking it?
No, I was a full-time drug dealer.
You didn't have to say all that. Damn. You're good now though, right? Because this is on camera, right?
What did you do to keep yourself sane?
Just having a lot of free time to read and like sort of figure out myself and just kind of meditate. I've learned a lot of things about myself with the amount of time that I did.
Did you have a favorite book or any that stuck out?
A book called Shantaram.
What's it about?
It's about this Australian guy who escapes from a really bad prison in Australia, and then he goes and lives in. Lives in India, and then becomes like an Indian gangster. It's really good.
What do you think about the judicial system?
Super inconsistent. Like he was talking about how the white dudes got lesser time. That's a fact.
I mean, yeah, he's not wrong because that dude he listed us like a grocery list of crimes, and he did only 5 years.
A person of color? Man, I would have been screwed.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, man.
What was your experience?
10 years.
That shit was ass.
Yeah.
It was trash.
But he was not first.
It was an opportunity to really see how corrupt the system is. I mean, it's just a continuation of slavery, making money off black and brown people. It's really hard not to draw a direct correlation between people that used to be employed to catch slaves to people that are now police that are employed to lock up black and brown people.
Right. Millions of jobs that people receive based on the backs of those who are incarcerated. Absolutely.
For the last 5 years, I've been working in organizations specifically helping mentor young black youth, give positive role model examples, really change the narrative, change some of the ideas and perspectives. One of the students asked me the question, were you terribly harmed during trauma before you went in prison? And for me,
you gotta be 100%,
I was just black. First time I went to jail, I went to prison.
What'd that mean? No. I couldn't laugh about this shit. He didn't go through trauma, but it was, if you got misjudged, ain't that trauma? Ain't that like fucking fucked up? Something like fucked up, like, yo, you gonna remember it?
Damn.
I graduated high school, never joined no gang, I don't have no fucking tattoos, got plenty of family support. I was just black.
Well, I'm glad you're here today, man.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, I want to give it up for all these guys, man.
Valid. So, I think the video is a big proof for everybody out there. He did not do any crimes. He said that he was not gang affiliated or anything. He got 10 years. Other people got more than him. White people was down there for show. Also, a black person was not in the top. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. I don't have any outro like always. You already know. And